Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Monday, 12:30 live. We are so excited to be shooting from the Louvre French Cafe. They are our sponsor today. And so I want to welcome you. Welcome Alexis, Frazier. Many of you guys have seen her. She's one of our influencers and she's been on this weight loss journey for a while with us. So we get to interview her and talk to her today. And we also get to share with you guys these beautiful treats. But don't worry, if you are on a GLP-1, you still get to enjoy the sweetness of life and you get to have treats and you get to have all the things that you want just in moderation. So I am so excited to talk with you again. So we got to know each other a few years ago. So how long have you been on your weight loss journey?
Okay, so I would say it's probably been about 2 years now, maybe a little bit more. And I mean, it started off incredible. The results were so much more than I could have ever expected. And that's why I'm here 2 years later, still talking with you, still hanging out because it's fun to share my journey, but also help other people know what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. So why did you choose Alexis to start your journey?
So I really wanted somebody local because I don't want to just talk to, one doctor that I've never met or can't see anybody in person. So it's really important for me to find somebody local, find somebody that I trusted. And I had heard from someone that worked with my dad that he'd worked with you guys. He had such a good experience. And within just a few weeks, people were seeing such a big difference in him. So that's why I was like, okay, I found the company. We're going to jump in and we're going to give it a shot and see.
Yeah, so you said part of the reason was you wanted somebody local because
Yes.
you can connect with us, right?
Yes.
Versus someone kind of online where you may see a different provider every time.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted one person. And through this whole journey, like I said, it's been almost 2 years, and I have the exact same doctor every single time. So when I'm, answering, I'm not like, hey, this is my name.
Yeah.
I basically jump in. She's like, hey, Alexis, how are you doing? She asks me about my life. We go into, the progress or any questions that I have. And so it just feels personal and it doesn't feel like I'm just, another customer, another, client. I feel like they actually care about me and if it's making a difference and that I'm actually getting the results that I want. So that's just one of the many, many reasons I feel like I chose you guys and I'm so happy that I did.
Yeah. Well, we love having you. And you said, we talked about this is a journey.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you've lost the weight,
Yep.
clearly, and you've been on a journey. And I think, what would you tell people that, hey, you lose the weight quick, but they're so worried about not being able to keep the weight off because there's all these rumors out there that you just gain it all back. So what would you say to them?
I would say that you can get the results that you want if you set your mind to it. So once you start it, you may not be happy with yourself and anything. It does take time, but also takes consistency. So you may, after a few months, after 6 months, after a year, get to the point that you want and feel like, okay, maybe I can just manage this on my own. And you can stop for a while. And it does amazing. You will see that your body adjusts to your diet change. But going also forward, I would say it takes, a little bit of consistency. And the biggest thing is if you do find yourself gaining that weight again, you can just hop right back on it, which I've done multiple times. Like I said, it's been 2 years. So I did it for a solid year. And then I think I probably stopped for 4 months. And I felt like, I may put some more of that weight on, but then I started more of a maintenance program instead. And I was back on it and I lost it just like that. So it's just, take it when you feel like you need it and listen to your body.
So let's talk about your why.
Yes.
Tell us why you started this weight loss journey.
Okay, so I have a few different whys. I would say the first why was I was very, very unhappy with myself. I had just gained so much. I think I was over 180 pounds, pushing maybe 185, and I'm only 5'5", so there's not a lot of place for that to go. And I felt a big difference in my life. I was recently single. So I was trying to figure out this new me and I didn't like the way they looked. I didn't like the way I was putting myself out there. So I wanted to change not only my physical appearance, but also just how I took care of myself. And so that was one of my whys, was just to feel better about myself and the way that I looked. But I'd also signed up for Miss Oklahoma as a goal. I was I need something to work towards. And obviously in order to pursue that dream, I needed to feel good about myself so that I was presenting Oklahoma well. So I was kind of added that to the pile.
Yeah. So what was your goal when you started this journey? How many pounds did you want to lose? Did you have a goal in mind when you first started?
I didn't really have a set goal. My goal was to lose weight and just get to a point where I felt happy with the way that I looked. So I started about, 180 and I got down to about 116. And at that point I was like, this is smaller than I was in high school. I don't think I'd weighed this since I was middle school. And I felt so good. Not only was it just a body change where I had more energy, I was more excited to do things, but I felt good about just being out and wearing what I wanted to wear.
So how did that Miss Oklahoma pageant turn out for you?
It went super well. So I did win Miss Oklahoma in 2024, and then I went to compete for Miss America. That was in Vegas, and it was amazing. I made in the top finalist group, and I felt so confident, and I think that just showed on stage because I felt really, really proud, I think, just showing how far I'd gotten and the changes I'd made.
So what other diets had you tried before you tried our GLP-1s?
Just about everything. So I'm a little bit complicated. So I was actually raised a vegetarian. So I never had meat growing up. I think I tried it for the first time when I was like 16 or 17. But in doing that, I have an extremely high carb diet. I was eating pasta like 5 times a week. I was still doing like the veggies and the rice and trying other things. But in order to feel full, I was eating carbs. So this was the first thing I was able to bring in where I didn't really change my diet. I was still eating what I wanted to eat. It was just I was eating so much less. That was my problems. I was eating to just be full, which was so much. And so once I started taking this, I was still able to eat what I wanted. I was so happy with what I was eating, but I was eating so much less that I just lost the weight. So easy.
Yeah. So what are you able to do now that you weren't able to do before?
I would say a big part of it is wear what I want. I know that sounds silly, but I think beforehand, I might have owned 1 pair of jeans. I hated shopping for jeans. I hated the way they look on me. And now I have like 10 or 15 jeans. Like I will just wear them left and right because I feel good about it. I know that's kind of a silly thing. Like, yes, I can run. I can be physical. I have energy. I'm not as tired. But the joy that you can get from just finally being able to feel something and like feel good about it, that's the biggest difference.
Let's talk about a lot of women. When we look at our weight, our confidence definitely goes down. Sometimes we don't want to go out. We don't want to be social. Did you have that same mindset before you got on GLP-1s?
I think I did, only because I saw it in myself. We're hard on ourselves. We can't help it. We compare to other things that we see, and I come from a big family. There's a lot of gorgeous girls, and I have amazing sisters, and they looked amazing. And I just, I kind of wanted that for myself because I felt like I was lacking in the confidence. Even though I still was happy with who I was, I didn't look the way I felt like I needed to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So what would you say to other people that are struggling and trying to decide if they should try this or not try it? Mm-hmm. What would you say to them?
So I would say, I know that you're probably questioning on whether you should try it and if it's going to work for you. And also a big thing is, what are your friends and family going to think? I know there's a lot of judgment and people, it's like, oh, are you taking the easy way out or anything? But it's not taking the easy way out. You're doing something that works for your body. This is what worked for me. And I think it was a little bit hard at first to just be so open when all my friends and family started asking, like, how'd you lose the weight? What happened? What did you do? What was your workout plan? And I'd say, I was working with Access. I took their weight loss medication, and this is what worked for me. So if you're struggling on just starting it, all I can say is you're not going to know unless you try. And you have to be surprised sometimes on how open your family and friends are going to be with how you lost that weight once they see the change in you, not only in just like your personality, but in your body, and just how great you're going to feel about yourself afterwards.
And so I think for those people that haven't ever struggled with weight, it's a lot easier to say, well, it's mind over matter. It is. It's a lot easier to say. And I think, there's new research that are coming out that are showing that GLP-1s and microdosing lowers inflammation markers, and that obesity and dealing with weight can be a lifelong issue. Mm-hmm. So what would you tell people that are like, well, I'm so nervous about gaining it all back. I've heard such bad things about it. You basically kind of microdose, or you get on it every 4 to 5 months when you need to lose that weight. So what would you tell them with that mindset?
I would say it's okay if you gain some of it back because there's an easy solution. It's the same way that you lost it in the first place. So even if you're worried about that, you're worried about something that already has a solution. So it's best is to try it, lose the weight they need, and then do something that I do where I'm on a maintenance plan. So I'm staying at like a happy level. Like I'm not still down at that 116 that I was before the pageant, but I hang on around the 125, 130, and that's my happy spot. So I kind of just balance my lifestyle and get back on it when I need to so I can stay at a point where I feel happy.
Yeah, and sometimes we need to is like what, holiday season?
Yep.
Vacation.
Vacation. Sometimes I'll do it right before then just so I feel really good. Like I think my sister, she got married last year, and so I did it right before then because it was a beach wedding, and we're like, okay, well, let's just, put a little more effort into that. And then I didn't for about 4 months or so and then started back up again. So around the holidays, you're always cooking and you're always in the kitchen, and it's a little bit hard. The temptation is there.
Yeah.
So whenever you're on it, you can still eat all of those holiday foods. You can still have amazing desserts. You can have what you want, but you're just eating less. That's the biggest thing and you're happy about it. You don't need more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, the beautiful Alexis Frazier. And for those of you that mention her on your weight loss journey, you're going to get $10 off your next purchase. The great thing is for tirzepatide and semaglutide, it starts as low as $170. So if you're a new patient, reach out to us, talk to us, mention Alexis, and you're going to get an extra $10 off. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
We are going to move on to some winners. And like we said, today we are sponsored by Le Louvre French Cafe, and we are actually giving away this beautiful Biche de Noël. It is a Christmas Yule log, and it is very famous in France. And all of this stuff is homemade by people who've actually lived in Paris. They live right outside of Paris. And so everything here is just made fresh and so tasty. As you can see, all these desserts. It is amazing. I'll tell you, it is absolutely amazing. So, so we are going to draw the first name. So the question was, what is your favorite song? And so we have the winner for the Biche de Noël.
Okay. It looks like we have Deanne Bastien.
Congratulations. And what song did she say?
She chose Silent Night, classic,
That's a
great
classic song. Yes. I love that song. So congratulations. You are the winner of our Biche de Noël. We will get you that delivered next week so you can have it for your holiday party. So we'll be reaching out to you soon. We also are going to be giving away 2 free weeks for people with their next purchase. So we have 2 winners that she's going to share.
Okay, so the next one, which you're so lucky, this is going to change your life, is Tracy Grant. And your answer was the song Mary Did You Know?
That's a great song.
Which is a fantastic
Yeah,
song.
that's a great
Love
song.
it.
Yes. And then what about our other winner?
And our next winner is Sandra Arthion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good. And
Yeah,
she
and
said,
she did The Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of classics. Great
That
choice.
was a great choice. Yes. So tomorrow we are going to be live from another location, and we have a question for you guys with this one. So follow our page, like us, and then answer this question. And what is your favorite Christmas tradition?
My favorite Christmas tradition, which I'm going to say this, is growing up, all of the kids, because I came from a very big family, so there was 6 of us, and then we also adopted 2, was everyone opened one gift on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And usually they're pre-planned, so the parents would pick which one, but it was kind of special and got you really excited for the next day.
Yeah, I always loved doing that as a kid. Why do we have to wait? You guys are killing me, Smalls. Like, I know those gifts are there. Just let me open them right now.
You've already been staring at them for the last few weeks,
Yeah.
checking which ones has your name on it.
So
So
open up one is a great idea. So we may have to implement that at our household this year.
Absolutely.
So answer that question, and we will be live tomorrow with some more giveaways and some more prizes. But keep in mind that our GLP-1s start at $170. Also, we have another special for you. Le Louvre French Cafe right now is selling $25 gift cards, and you automatically get an extra $5 out of that. So you get a $30 gift card. Come to Le Louvre French Cafe, have a cup of coffee like you're in Paris, and have a dessert. And happy holidays to everybody. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Merry Christmas. Bye.